The baby monitor crackled. Just static at first, whispering through the dark room like a faint breath. Then under the static, a sound, a wet, slow clicking like something smacking its lips. Jonathan sat up in bed, his chest tightening. He glanced at his wife, still asleep beside him. The red light on the monitor blinked, flickering, and then another sound came through, laughter. But it wasn't his baby's. He bolted out of bed, heart hammering. The nursery door was ajar, just slightly, though he was sure he'd shut it. He stepped inside. The cot was empty. A single, tiny footprint, too long, too narrow, was pressed into the soft carpet, leading away. His daughter was never found. That was 12 years ago. Jonathan does not sleep anymore. Not well, anyway. Some nights he wakes up gasping for air, clutching his chest, because he knows something is in the room. He never sees it. Not fully, but he can feel it. A shadow in the corners where shadows don't belong, a prickle at the base of his neck, like unseen eyes dragging over his skin. And then there are the photos. They arrive in the mail, no return address. Just a plain, unmarked envelope slid under his door in the dead of night. They are always the same, a picture of his house. Then closer, his bedroom window, then inside the house. And in the final photo, a dark, thin figure crouching beside his bed, grinning at the camera. Jonathan does not tell his wife, because when he looks closely, the figure has their daughter's eyes. 2 weeks ago, the knocking started. At first, it was light, like fingertips tapping against the window glass. Then it grew louder, more insistent. A slow, rhythmic knock at exactly 3:33 every single night. The first time Jonathan stayed in bed, his wife didn't wake up. He told himself it was just the wind. But the second night he crept to the window. A figure stood in the yard, just out of reach of the porch light, too tall, too thin, arms too long, hanging past where a person's knees should be. The head tilted almost curiously. It knocked, once, twice, 3 times. Jonathan did not open the window. He went back to bed. The next morning, there were footprints in the grass. But they didn't lead to the window. They led from it. It speaks now, not loudly, never when Jonathan tries to listen. But when he's about to fall asleep, just at the edge of consciousness, he hears it. "Let me in." It does not sound angry or impatient. It sounds amused. The photographs are different now. No longer just pictures of his house. They show him sleeping. And each night, in every new photo, the thing in the background gets closer. Last night, it was standing beside his bed. Jonathan does not sleep anymore. But he still dreams. He dreams of the night his daughter disappeared, except now, in the dream, he can see what took her. It does not have a face. It has too many fingers. And it does not take children. It replaces them. Tonight, Jonathan places his phone on the nightstand and sets it to record. When he wakes up, there is 6 hours of silence. Then, at exactly 3:33 a.m., the audio crackles. A soft creak of the door opening. Slow, deliberate footsteps. A long, low breath inches from the microphone. And then, just before the recording cuts off, he hears it. "I think it's your turn now."